self-discovery may frighten you. It certainly did me. And you might have experienced that in your life because you're always in this process of discovering who you are as long as you're alive. That never ends. But sometimes that can be challenging because you're meant to become yourself. You're meant to become unique, and that is the process of self-discovery. But we don't always do that because of the prior programming that we've had that told us maybe we couldn't. Maybe we're not the person who discover something great that's within us. And then we carry that on, and our lives never flourish the way that we hoped they would. And it's not because we didn't discover ourselves necessarily, but maybe we couldn't own ourselves. That's still part of the process. And I do know that one because I've lived it. I've doubted who I was, and that message came through 5 years ago on this date, on October the 8th, because it did frighten me, because I discovered that my life had led me to develop something that was unbelievable to me, given what the life I had had, given everything I had gone through, given everything I had experienced. It didn't make sense to me, which might be occurring for you as well. But the good thing about that, it's now brought me to the place where I know I can no longer do that. I have to accept what I've discovered, as I want everyone else to do the same thing. But I'm going to read that message to you because it hit me today, and I knew that I was meant to give it to you today because we're moving through an energetic portal that could have us feeling a little confused today. But now you will understand that you are discovering yourself. You're opening to something that you're meant to do, and that is now. And this is that message. October 8th, 2020. Self-discovery may frighten you. We gave Roger so many titles from which to choose for this message as he was experiencing difficulty delivering it, as it was even a bit shocking for him, which is why he must tell the story. Yes, we are still speaking on on your restructuring, but this one is directed at you, the individual. You will apply it to your world later. Yesterday, Roger held his empowerment webinar, and the results even surprised him. However, we told him that they should not have surprised him, as what he received is what he has worked toward for decades. We would say eons, but most won't understand that one either. As Roger sat in front of the participants, he could see his place in the world that had been somewhat elusive for decades. But now it felt different. Roger did not appreciate this at first, as he usually does not, as you do not. Later in the evening, Roger decided to listen to the recording and found himself in a state of shock for two reasons. One was he had never heard himself sound so connected. Secondly, he was with his roommate as they listened, and the roommate was distracted and annoyed Roger, which was a breakthrough. Roger found his place now and could not allow another to distract him as he had done in the past continuously. The point we want to make is that each of you will experience this, and your world will also. You move into your rightful, more evolved place in your existence and carry your old fears of the unknown. So you must provide yourself with time to accept the new you, because it is self-discovery. Even though you think Roger, who delivers these messages, should have known this, he did not, and neither do you. But you will be fine. And so that's what they were explaining to me, and then it turns out that they were showing me that they had given me all this information in an orderly way over all of these years, 36 years, and I had no awareness of that. I'm saying that because you'll discover something about yourself that you had no awareness of. But now that I do have the awareness, now my life is going to be bringing all of Wilhelm's work in, because this is what we need now, so that your self-discovery won't be frightening, and neither will our world if we accept who we are. Enjoy, and I'll leave the message for today, because that is the one where you can now accept your greatness season.